Hello everyone, welcome back to XY Spurs. I'm very excited for this weekend's game against Chelsea at Wembley, our FA Cup semi-final. And without further ado, let me go into a very short preview. So I thought I would do it a little bit differently this time. I'm not going to go into details of Chelsea's history and, you know, what their names were and badges and all that. Instead, I think I'll just talk a little bit about how our history between the two clubs have been at Wembley. So I'm going to talk about 4 occasions at Wembley. The first one being 1967 when we won 2-1 and we won the FA Cup. The second one was 2008. Again, we won 2-1. This was a League Cup final. I was actually there. That was my first time at Wembley and oh my God, it was such a good memory and I really hope I can experience that, something similar to that once again. Then the other ones I want to mention are 2012, which is another FA Cup semi-final. Let's hope it's not a repeat of that. And 2015, which was a League Cup final. So let's hope we can change it around this year. Okay, so looking at the preview for this game and how this season has been going for both teams, we're obviously the 2 top teams in the Premier League right now. So ideally this should have been a final, maybe some would say, because obviously, as I just mentioned, we are the top 2 teams, but it isn't. It is a semi-final. We are going in there with a brilliant record. We are on a great form. I guess the only hindrance for us might be is that it's played at Wembley. We've not been doing too well there recently. I'm really hoping we can change that. But momentum wise, this is such a huge game right now for both clubs. If we go on and win it, which I really hope we do, and I think we should, then it would be a massive boost, not only for obviously a silverware getting us into the final, but also in the league. We are obviously 4 points behind Chelsea, but in general it would just give us a massive boost. Chelsea obviously coming from a loss against Man United, they're hoping to rebound. They've obviously lost their 12-point lead, which was around from February, and now it's down to a 4-point gap. So for them, it's also really important that they can get something out of this game. So team news wise, looking at the 2 teams, obviously for us the biggest loss is still the absence of Danny Rose. Ben Davies has been doing alright, but he's not had much rest recently. He's been playing obviously since Danny Rose has been out, so I think that could be a little bit of a weakness for us. Apart from that, I can imagine we'll put out a strong side. It's been a huge debate whether to play a 3 at the back formation with Wembley in midfield and probably dropping Son, or because Son's been playing so well, we should start him and maybe start with a 4 at the back. Honestly, I'm torn as well because, as I said, Son's been on a great form, but 3 at the back with Wanyama, obviously in holding midfield position, has worked well for us against Chelsea. So I'm tempted to go with that, especially as we're not playing at home. Maybe if we were playing at White Hart Lane, things would be different. As far as Chelsea are concerned, Courtois was injured and he missed the United game, and so did Alonso. He was rumoured to have a hamstring injury, but it was just an illness. Apparently that illness is actually a bug which is going around the team, and they might lose a few players. Who knows what happens? We'll see. Could be just mind tactics. It could be real. We'll see what team they put out. So finally, to talk a little bit about my feelings and predictions. Honestly, I think it will be a tight game. They are the 2 best teams in the league. You can't knock that right now. I think we'll match each other pretty well. Obviously, it's Wembley, it's a bigger stage. I'm going to go with the 2-1 for Spurs. I think that has been a pretty common result between the 2 clubs, one way or another, obviously not always to our favour, but this time I'm saying it will be 2-1 to Spurs, and on we go to the final. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I would love to hear your views. Do you agree? What do you reckon? Will Son play or will Wanyama start? Do you think we'll win? Do you think we'll win comfortably? Do you think we'll lose? Do you think it will go to extra time, maybe even penalties? Please let me know. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave it a massive thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're new around here and you would like to see more Spurs related content, and hopefully I will see you in the future. Come on, you Spurs!